answer. In every moment I stay true. I protect my peace like I meant to. I'm manifesting what I deserve. With every thought I bestow, my sacred space is mine to keep. In the luxury of peace, I die so deep. My peace is sacred, and I'm protected with love. I hold it close like stars up above. No stress, no mess. I let it all go. In the luxury of peace, I let my soul go. I am whole, I'm alive, peace within. It's by design. I protect you with intention, love so deep. Living in the luxury of peace. I'm free, I'm whole. My spirit's at ease. In the luxury of peace, I'm finally free. I protect you with love, so it's mine to keep. Living in the luxury of peace. I'm so free. Living in the luxury of peace.
I always will always have Woo and BTI in every portfolio. Why? Because I want to. I prefer the Vanguard over the S&P because they have lower expense ratios.
Just divine time, moving in grace. I breathe in peace. Trust in the river, let it flow. Every step, every turn, listen, no need to know. I embrace flow. My life unfolds in divine harmony. Soft whispers in my beat. Remind me life was meant to be free. I surrender, I receive. Abundance flows effortlessly. I breathe in peace. Trust in the river. I let it flow. Every step, listen, no need to know. I embrace flow. My life unfolds into my own. I always the universe moves in my favor. Each moment gives something to savor.
Vistra. I remember this being something that Nancy Pelosi bought in. If I'm remembering correctly, I wanted to check. I forget which one it's under. And Academy students, I'm definitely going to show y'all how to use Trady Ticks. Which one is it? Members dashboard.
One night sometimes I'm present. We're slow hands into the lesson. Phone down my clear sins. Dream of peace like treasure, I protect it. Keep it. Arrows for the vision. Through eyes, will turn into a rhythm. No words to myself to the distance. Now my life keeps moving with precision. All of the seas can't pay by time. I turn the noise and rate my line. I roll it down the damn line. January 14th. Came down as the sun. I'm so silent. I'm gentle and grounded. I move with intention. No credit. Stars. I water my hands. My bruise over balance. And prove up in the quiet. Don't let me down. He's so silent. Pose and none. I don't chase the moment. I welcome the county. I write it for future to present. Surrounds me, it's real in my spirit. Keep showing you on me, on me. Heavy on peace, light on approval, light.
But that's say the 10th.
Seems like the truthful. For the body, for the soul. Steady is how to risk, will take control. Steady the boundaries home. My yes as a backbone. Establish rules, full of my phone. Those bitches are high standing stone. I'm built in improvisations on its own. To breathe before I move.
Right back where it was at when she bought it. Baby, you go above, boo. Please. That's what I've learned to do with Nancy Pelosi. Anything that she swings, I just wait for it to, you're going to be waiting, right? But patience is key. I just wait for it to get back to the level that she first bought it. And then that's when I'm ready to get in. So shout out to Vishka, finally. You get my monies. Look at that bull flag. Oh yeah.
This is who I chose to be. I chose to be. I chose to be. I chose to be. I love you. Was that in your room? With a whole new sound, into my piece of profound, putting it like it's second nature. Almost a moment, feel like a favor. His nature was high, coming in the late. Soft girl vibe, but the straight still hit. Everything I am, I work hard for it. I'm the two woman that don't you ever quit. Through the fire, pay my code. Everything I want, I claim tenfold. Baby, this glow ain't all this gold. Now I shine brighter than I've ever known. Cause I'm a woman on fire. Strong spirit higher. You gon' tell me it's fire. You burn bright, no tire. Cause I'm a woman on fire. So big it's a choir. Everything I want, I acquire. So girly. I'm tricking myself just to fit in place. I bring a whole flow when I'm walking a place. Self-touch it different when it turns to grace. Now everything I bring back like in praise. I don't like body locked in. Every little switch be a long-term win. Just a chance to be on the legend. Close to begin. I walk through the fire and I go. Everything I want, I take and flow. Baby, it's slowly past. Shine brighter than I've ever known. I'm a woman on fire. Some spirit higher. It won't get me inspired. We burn bright on fire. I'm a woman on fire.
Where'd you get these? I made this. I'm nerdy. I like researching. Oh, that's not nerdy. That's whatever it is. I like researching. Obviously, NVIDIA. You know. Oh, AMAT, duh. NTSMC. Already added them. Broadcom. It's like I want to care about them. Obviously, Palantir. And then PNW and CrowdStrike. I don't care. Nobody say IBM. I see what y'all doing, how y'all doing, what y'all trying to do. Okay. This is, what the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4. Thirty-one, 32. All right, there we go. And then now what I do is I'm going to separate them into sectors because that helps my brain. The ETFs will stay up there for now. I think UNH is my only healthcare ticker. So I like to separate them so that it just helps me visually see. Like I can already tell this is way too tech heavy, way too tech heavy. So I'm gonna make some decisions in here, but let's see. Let me separate. I'll go ahead and do the oil companies, or I'll say energy sector, and then separate into the oil companies. What is this, Dominion? Yeah. So then I'm gonna add XLE because XLE and Lord, what is the sector ETF for the Vanguard? Let's just type in Vanguard Energy. VDE. There we go. So now I take those and move the basket. VDE has a lower expense ratio, but I'm going to put eyes on it and verify that, but I know they do, but still, I'll verify it. Let's move VST for now so I can keep this straight. And then I'll put the ETFs at the bottom. Because like investing in VU and BTI is just no brainer. It's literally just no brainer. It's not safe, but it's consistent. And I like for my money to be consistent. You know? Can y'all hear me okay? Like over the music. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we got XLE, VDE. Vanguard goes above the S&P. Exxon, Chevron, Devon Energy, Dominion, PCG. All right. I might as well just go ahead and put separate tech. I want tech at the bottom. CEG. Put you above the oil companies, actually. Or no. Oh, this too freaking tech heavy, bro. Way too tech heavy. And my mom only raised 2 dumbasses. I'm not one of them. Let me put fintech under here. SoFi, PayPal, Klarna. Actually, PayPal over SoFi for sure. And then there was a fintech ETF that I was looking at. I wanted to dive into today. I forgot the name of it, but it's too easy. Go to etfdatabase.com. Type in fintech. I think it was this. Is this not what I clicked on? What? Let's just type in something random. This site fritzing? Oh yeah, you are. Wow. Why are you fritzing? There's no active ETFs associated. Are you gonna make us pay for this site now? Seriously? Come on, bro. Don't do that to us. Then you're just not gonna search it. Emerging markets would be the closest, which I need to. VWO is an amazing ETF to be in regardless for that exposure. You get a lot of small cap exposure too. And I like VYM over the Charles Schwab dividend ETF, lower expense ratio again, which is just how much we have to pay. I'm scrolling through here and I'm just looking. I'll just look at a couple pages, see if I see a my kids do have this though. BSV, the short-term bond ETF, they do have this. Mega cap growth. I know that there's a financial. That's crazy though, that it's not, I can't just pull it up. Show me the, oh, so you're gonna show me this. I want the fintech ETF list. We could go PayPal. Let's search that way. Ooh. No. Hmm. Here we go. What the heck that was? Expense ratio high as hell. I really want that to be like 0.5 or lower. Oh, Kathy. It's a good range in a year, 27 to 59. Oh, I just did some research on this Aiden company. Where was that? I just did some research on them. Where they at? Honestly, I'm tired of complaining. Where was they at?
Honestly, I'm not you're a thing I've got to love you not. I don't think I can play. I just needed time. I just took my break. I just
Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. Okay. Okay, I ain't mad at that.
well, I never mind. Trying to do it over, bring it back, you won't mind it. But all that glitters isn't gold, I was blind. Should've never give you my heart on consignment. And I can't believe the lies that I went for.
I like the breakdown.
Took my feelings and it's thrown out the window. Feel like it's too hard to find another kid. I'm sorry, I can't ever think of us. I'm really this is different, it's the other. Can you tell me whether I didn't get love? I call when you pick it up. Oh, one side, this side, just wanna text you for one. You're saying you need it, please don't you love? Just don't blame my emotions, just because. All the times I made a fool for you, thinking we could put it back together. Thought we had forever. You never see my point of view. I let you get so separate. You don't show with her. You wasn't good at self-control. But you was mine, but you decided to be with him now. So I'm feeling I just thrown out the window. But I can't do what I wanna get on. Then shawty, I can't ever think of us. Really, this is it when you see us. Can you tell me what's all this is to love? I call when you pick it up. Inside, inside, so the text for what? You won't say you love me, you will say you love me. You won't blame my emotions just because. My whole time, girl. You gon' get my whole side, girl. She's gon' tell me more lies, girl. She's gon' get my whole side, girl. I'm way too good to you. You take me for granted. You was my favorite since back at Big B. I saw you every girl I thought you got and touch with your eyes. Honestly, you never said you be like Gemini. Nobody slow. You know, I reminisce about that shit when I'm in that church. Don't say you want me to push it down. Don't take my emotions just because. My hopes are good. You got your hopes are good. She's gonna tell me more lies, girl. She's gonna get my hopes are good.
Oh, this is a tech company, I think, right? Utilities. Girl, get it together. We're still gonna put utilities up here under them. Same thing, basically. All right, so this is the energy sector, my fintech stocks, not Lululemon, of course, communication services. Okay, tech stocks down here. Emotions, emotions. I think I fell in love. I think I'm ready for love. Love how you operate. Yeah, I like it. You got it. I gotta play it. I'm up for you. In your head, I'm talking about tsunami. And then the others. You gotta go. All right, let's get your charting. She's my she got no friend. You can't be with all of me. I can be on the ride, you gon' get out and ride. I was true, I always said, say my name, that's my way. Falling like you know what I do. Emotions, this ain't a girl's emotions. I think I feel it out. I think I feel it out. Oh, you're ready. We'll be honest for one. You know me, and you give. Oh, that's just one more piece. I came on check, cause we got check. Two came on check, I came on check, cause we got check. Yeah. Oh, I wanna love you like you never did. I wanna love you like you never been. Emotions. This ain't nothing but emotions. I think I feel it all. I think I'm ready for love. Love how you operate. It's crowd psychology. It's emotion. 158. I'm gonna capitalize on this range. Remember, this is my portfolio. Well, I got some swings and some leaps, though. But this is my portfolio. I know I'm not looking, I don't need to be on nothing lower than the daily. So I'm gonna capitalize on that herd mentality, crowd psychology range in here. And so yeah, I like to have these on my chart. Baby, the high from last quarter was 121.80. No, still not, baby. And if you want it, I hate you. Baby, if you wanna make me feel just like this, what I would do to make you feel just like this. If you wondering if I hate you, if you wanna make me feel just like this. 3-month high. Like this. You freeze that in the you me. You would be your body, you just handle me. You know my attitude, and that's me. So now what I'm doing here on the daily is I want to see where was the last swing low, which was here. I'm gonna just talk this out loud so when I move forward on the rest of them, y'all know what I'm doing. But I'm marking off the last swing low. Trend is intact. Yeah, intact. There we go. The trend is an uptrend. God dang it. Last swing low. This is the highest making now. So the way I'm looking at this is, all right, bet I really wouldn't want to enter right now. I'd want to in an uptrend. I enter on a higher low. Equity. I mean, I'm just buying that sucker. Duh. We all should have been buying equity months ago. All right. However, clearly not too late. But as far as my swing, I'm gonna time that and enter on a higher low. So I was just peeking around here for where my expectations could be. I am gonna drop down to the 4 hour so I can see the trend a little better. This was a higher high and a higher low on the 4 hour. So I'm just gonna set an alert around this, a little above the one. This is what I'll be watching for. But I'm just gonna set it around here. We get us a nice little pullback around that area. I'll look to go long. And then this is where I go to bar chart. I go back and forth between bar chart and Trady ticks, looking for, based off the Greeks, I just guess I'll say just based off the fine print on the contract, I go in and look for what's in my wheelhouse. So y'all are gonna see me, when I put it on my alert, you're gonna see me put two different ones. The one that I put out publicly and then the one that I'm gonna trade. Because what I put out publicly is what I feel like is a safe bet. Where it's like, you ain't gonna catch the bottom, but you will enter at the break of structure and then you can't beat me up. And then what I do is what I do. Yeah, now, this is for sure a swing for me though. And I want, it gotta be at least quarter two. So everything I'm looking at is gonna be for June. I had the highest open interest anyway. Other than that. My target is 160, so I'm gonna go straight to that strike price. 93. Oh, I just did this yesterday. I ain't mad at it, but it's not the one that I would choose. I'm gonna go to 140. Make it feel just like this. If you wondering if I hate you, I do. Yeah, we're gonna do this 140. Like this, what do I do to make me feel just like this? Ain't no thinking. I'm doing all my thinking today. There will be no thinking when that time comes. That alert will go off. I will pull this chart up on the daily. I will see what I need to see and I will enter that trade and then go touch grass and go on about the rest of my day. Insight on the importance of open interest. It's the open interest in the contract. It's how many contracts are still open for that strike. And then I just repeat it for these 40 tickers. If I want to trade, I got this watch list. With something I already have charted. I'll trade from this. This is totally different. Totally different. I'm not worried about no pullbacks on this watch list. I'll pull back with excitement because I'm gonna buy more on sale. 173, 206. Ain't no faking, you can see it in my face. Spread love, yeah, that's my way. So if you tell me all I gotta say, I got love, I got peace, I got everything I need. No hate gonna shake my belief. Cause I know I am me. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I love me, no doubt, I shout it. Say what you want, but I'm dang. Oh. No fear, no shame, I'm walking in my name. No hate, no pain, I rise above the game. Can't dim my lights, I was born to shine. I love who I am, and I say it loud every time. I am me, ain't nothing you can do about it. I love me, no doubt. Is it tedious? A little bit. sometimes I'll allow myself to, I take that back. Sometimes I allow the thought to come in my head, like, oh my gosh, this is so tedious. But also, when this pops off, everybody gonna be looking like, it's time to get an Exxon. Meanwhile, who remembers me putting out maybe about 3 weeks ago now saying, make sure y'all watch Exxon at 1:18:36. Eating that the frick up. Eating it up. Eating it up. I didn't need to wait on no news reports to come out or anything. I needed to reset my charts every quarter and do this. Takes me about an hour or two to do like a 40 ticker watch list, but again, a 2 hour work day sets me up for an entire quarter. The bag I'm gonna make off of concentrating on this for a couple hours is a beautiful handoff in time and value. Can't beat it, honestly. Oh, that's Exxon. I was like, huh? Where's my 3 month high? Here. Sweeping those highs. What's this running into? Oh. Well, it closed the fair value gap. Let's go ahead and mark that though. And it had an inside day. An inside day is bearish. The most recent candle is inside the range of the previous candle. And it's a two inside day, a two bar and two inside bar. What the frick ever? 2 days traded, Friday and Thursday traded inside of Wednesday's range. I always look at it like this is a pregnant candle and it has twins. And the mom is like, I'm gonna push these suckers out, down, and out. Get out of my uterus type of vibes. I'm gonna keep my eye on this one to see where this could potentially retrace, but it did clear that. Definitely cleared this fair value gap. I don't like the way it did, but I definitely think this could pull back a little bit more. I'm gonna watch that, but definitely buy equity now. Damn it. Matter of fact, when they have earnings. Society. Ooh. Y'all got LMA at home. Still me. Ooh, you know I never get over you. And I like you do. And they have earnings next week or the week after. Next Friday. I definitely think we could get a pullback and get a sexy entry. Boot up. Boot up. Boot up. Boot up. In the time you go. Boot up. Boot up. Boot up. You just time low. I want my body. I gotta tell you what to do. 69.90. The reason why I'm writing down what the open interest is now is because when the time comes and I'm ready to enter into the trade, I compare it what the open interest is from today. And like I'm already knowing I'll know that I marked that I'll know that I did all of these charts on January 19th. So I'll know that this was my benchmark. Just lock that. Forgot to put that on the chart. Yeah, I'm talking about I do all my thinking, everything. Everything I need to think of, I do it now. Because when that time comes, I'm not like, I don't have the privilege to make decisions on the spot because I chose for my career to make decisions on the spot for other people. So I got to get mine out the way. But I love that. Oh, I didn't see the chat. My bad. Let's see. Uh, okay, let's see. This is very insightful. I don't mark off 3 month high, just the previous month. Can you share where you see the average price? Yeah, I'll show you. It's on the same place I saw the forecast. I'll show you though. What is the alert on Exxon? What do you mean, what's the alert? Where did I place my alert? Come on, y'all keep that. I like you do. Right here. Bottle, boot up. About 126, 127 to give me time to come look at it. Yeah, stop you. Love you. Boot up. And I really mean that. Love you for just knowing that it wasn't that serious when I was saying that. Always ask questions. Oh, stop, What am I doing? What am I doing? Chevron. Contract for Chevron. Ah! Okay, let me get back in my bag. Focus, girl, focus. Let's pay attention to what we're doing so we can go to the couch. Oh, gang. It's something about glow. G to the L to the O, big glow. Yeah. Yeah. And then what? Yeah. Yeah. Average price right here. Internet calls. Hey, I like that. That's in my wheelhouse. It's 200 calls. Yeah, I like that. 200 call 618. Internet code. Yeah. Come on, God. It's the internet code. Oh, CEG. Gonna give us a chance to buy at a low. Love that. Love that. Love that. Now, this is helpful because if I'm on the 3 month chart, all I need is a weekly close above the open of last quarter. The open was 326.05.
That's all the things that you like to be about. Just swallow down. Now it's taking over. Trying to take me far. Because it's better if you pretend. I'll try my best to forget.
Look at that.
I'm gonna say, I don't trust your soul. You find that so I'm gonna touch you.
I can't take her serious. That pink ring looks like a damn. All right. So you definitely dropping. Looks like it's gonna try to lose this previous low.
Up in your room once again, tempted. Die for me, it's the truth, but I can't miss this. Don't tell my friends that I'm here to miss you. Don't tell my friends that I'm here. No, yeah.
True average price 409. Let's get it. What did that say? 480? My friends can touch me for sure. Ah, come on now. Woo! Y'all see that? Gideon, shut up real quick. Y'all see that? And clearly we see that this is dropping a little bit more. Y'all see that? Baby, you go above Exxon. You go above war. I want that. Y'all see that? Y'all see how much money we gonna make off this? Eating this up. Watchlist lit so far, y'all. Watchlist lit so far. I ain't pulled. I mean, it's only been 3 tickers, but I ain't pulled up nothing that I'm. My 2000, this portfolio. All these tickers are projected to move at least $30 this year. Okay, I'm not coming to play. I'm basically having to start over. Basically, join the academy. You can hear all the details per. Basically having to start over, and I'm not coming to play. I'm doing it strategically. I'm not wasting my time. I'm about to make this bad. All right, well, let me pause this and then show y'all. Okay. If my friends don't touch me for sure, sometimes I feel bad. It did me wrong, but it's not right. Feels like I'm saying I love you no more. Always don't touch me for sure. It takes some time, but I feel that. I would not be surprised if it held right here. I would not be surprised if it held here, but also there is a magnet pull down here. But I just would not be surprised because it held here, because this would be holding this order block right here. Or demand zone, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Now we did close below that, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if we did hold here. But I could definitely see this delivering a little low. So I'm gonna keep my alert here. Equity for show tomorrow. This is enough of a pullback for me to dollar cost averaging. Like literally the highest price we've seen is 409. It's now at 307. $100 drop. I bet at dollar cost average into equity. I think because CEG is expensive, so I'm not gonna just hop into that one. And CEG is also, this is a 2027. I don't even need to look at nothing. It's a 2027 type of ticker. So more than likely will not be posting this into Discord because y'all jump me when I do. But this ain't even one it costs to play. I just want to see who has which expiration has the hottest open interest for next. Well, clearly, right. Okay. Well, yeah, this 115. What y'all stack it at? Uh, 520. Damn, they took that out there. And I'm not mad at the dope. Oh, well, I was about to say that expires. Oh no, that's when yeah, this expires the 20. I'm not mad at that. 1360. I wouldn't buy that, but it'd probably be this 500 for an even number. I'm not mad at this. The 500 call. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, the safest thing is above 43 to make it a whole number. Will I wait for above 43? Prob's not. Not me personally. And that's the average price too. Is that it wouldn't be. I'll signal it above safety. Will I be in this thing now? Hell yeah. Take me to 62. Take me to Chanel. Shoot. Take my damn self to Chanel with this watch list. I'm gonna just put 45 for average. And this is where I'm gonna insert. And we'll go. Damn, look at all this volume. And this is the volume is from Friday. Look at all this volume at the for April. They must have earnings around that time. When's the next earnings report? Let's see. That's crazy volume. That's like just random. The April contract, y'all see this? The April expiration date had more volume than this week's expiration date. What y'all know that I don't know? When they earnings? February. What y'all know that I don't know? Uh, Why did this company not pop up in my research? Coterra Energy? Why y'all didn't pop up on mine? I'm kind of disappointed. A little disappointed. No, they didn't. All right, whatever. Write it down. I'll research them later. What the heck? Coterra Energy. Have y'all ever heard of them? Coterra? Oh, I ain't even been looking at the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. When is earnings on CEG? I'll look when I get back over there. When you go to choose your call, can you give us some insight into what exactly about the particular one makes you choose it? Open, yeah. Yeah, I got you. This is just the open interest. You're right about CEG's cost. Do you look at delta on your strikes? Yes, but also, yes, I'll just say yes. And then dive into it further with me in the academy. I'll give details there. But yes, but also, again, this is not a trading watch list at all. Am I going to enter into some swings that expire in 5 months at a minimum of 5 months from now? Yeah, I'm going to be all the way protected, right? And I'm also going to hedge my calls too. After I get done picking these, I'm going to go through and pick my hedges as well. So it's like I'm really going to be straddling it, doing advanced option strategies. Like not debit spreads, iron condors, and like some two-legged strategies with it. So I'm literally not gonna lose. I'm literally not gonna lose on any of these trades. So I'm not like watching theta and delta and all of this when the things that I'm looking at is long term, like long term. The first layer is me picking the 618 contracts. The second layer is me going into the December contracts. And then the third layer is making sure that I know where my equity, where my share buying points are and where my leaps are for so like in June, when I exit out of my June contracts, that's when I'm going to enter. I'm going to use that profit to enter into my 2028 leaps, right? So I'm literally just washing one hand. I'm playing the long game, so I don't need to read the fine print. Basically, I'll say it like that. But it's a little bit more nuances to it. But academy, strategic options. The merger would create one of the largest independent shell producers in the U.S. Wow. Currently in prelim talks, both companies involved are yet to decide on a final agreement. Citing sources familiar with the matter, has been further reported that there's no assurance that the merger will proceed. The prospective merger comes at a time when U.S. crude prices face pressure from a near-term global oil surplus and future supply prospects from Venezuela. Oh, baby, I'm gonna talk this Real Housewives content. Hold on. Let me write this down. We must talk about the energy and the utility sector. We must. I must break this down. I'll probably record this today. Okay. How long has it been? An hour? Oh, baby, I'm behind. Why am I going so slow? I should have at least 12 of these done. All right, let's pick it up. Saw a decrease, bringing its market capitalization. They spelled that wrong. Around 24 billion with Katerra's energy. That's crazy that Devon's energy decreased.
I just wanna take you home. Babe, I just wanna take this one. And I never get you off my intensity. I just wanna take you home. Babe, I just wanna give you every stay. You home with me. I just wanna give you every stay. You home with me. I just wanna give you every stay. Take you home with me. I just wanna get you home, baby. I just wanna give you it. I just wanna give you it. Why you make it feel that? You know you gotta do me like that, boy. It ain't fair. I've been trying my hardest. Last week you was on it and you was at it. I know what you're thinking. Don't wanna make you serious. But we don't need a title for what we got here, and the rest is up to us. You make it hard to get.
Okay, so clock in, lock in. All right. Playing the long game, I don't too much care about volume. Volume is, I care more about that when I'm day trading. It's not the first thing I'm looking at for playing the long game. Not a 2, 3 week swing, a 5, 6 month, up to 2 year swing. Okay. Long game. I'm looking at the open interest. That's where I'm first going to. I'm automatically looking for second quarter. I just went on and chose the monthly contract, so the June 18th. I'm cool with that. The time, that's my first layer that I'll do. Now, if there's an expiration date that has more or higher open interest beyond this 6/18 date, then I'm gonna peek at that. So we see that this June or this January 2027 does. But I'll look at that in a second because I'll get my leap there and I'll buy the leap at the projected price. I'll get that strike price, so I'll probably be able to buy more. They'll be more affordable, et cetera, et cetera. I'm gonna stick with this 6/18 to have some continuity in my account. And the target, I'm gonna go with the average price actually for this, for the June. The average price was 45, and then with the overshoot of it, I want this one to go in the money into the 62. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the 45 strike price. My target is my strike price. Let's make it simple. And we see this 45 right here, which is the average price. And we see that this has the highest open interest and had hella volume. And we see that 1,150 contracts were held overnight. So, and it's 78 cents. That's a no-brainer. I will be buying a shit ton of Devon Energy 45 call June 2026. And boom. That's it. And I'm gonna buy it when we cross above. Well, I'm gonna buy it when the market opens tomorrow. Y'all do y'all. That's what I will be doing. 6/18. And then the open interest was, ooh, What is that? 9,000? 91.35. Period. All right. I'm gonna kind of pick it up to get through these last three because I don't know what the heck I'm sitting up here slow poking around for. It's been an hour. That's crazy. But that's cool. So I'm gonna pick this. Let me check the chat. Gotcha. I need more capital, but this is good. Don't do this.
What you need, I just wanted to take you home. Yeah, I just wanted to finish one another level, get you high off my intensity. I just wanted.
Let's go to challenge. It's gonna lock in, y'all. This has lower highs, but internally it's made a higher low. So the internal structure is shifting. So with this higher low and this closing above this previous high, this was a bullish change of character that happened right here, or well, Friday, when we closed above this high. So after a bullish change of character, I would want to see it make a high and then a higher low. So my entry will come, So my swing entry will come when this pulls back and makes a higher low. So that's what I was looking at. I had to drop down to the daily on that one because it was a hot mess up here. But I like the fact that it swept the 3-month close. So December's quarter 4 close, it swept those lows and then popped back up. And those are not relatively equal lows, which y'all should definitely study relative equal lows, because baby, that's how you could have ate NQ up last night and still be eating it up right now. Relative equal lows. All right. So just a little studying if you want. I am actually still in this trade. I'll show y'all a screenshot. Eating the fudge up. Just a little side note there. Pay attention to relatively equal lows. It's a trick every time. It's an actual thing. Not equal lows, but relatively equal lows. REL. A little studying for y'all to do. But regardless, back over here, it looked like that's what they were trying to do here on the on the weekly, and do relatively equal lows, trick people out, but it held this. We're getting this higher low. I just want to wait. I'm going to enter on the next higher low. So I would assume this could push up into this 3-month high. This is a path it could take to this 3-month high, kind of like a retracement around here, and then on into that 60 or into that 70. I could even see it. I could even see that. All I know is I'm going to wait on the higher low. So I'm going to sit this one out as far as looking for a contract, because it's going to depend on what it does in this range from this 58 to 63. So I'll be back for that one. Meaning that this one gets a blue, so that I remember, or yeah, blue. So I remember to go back and look that over. Okay, Karen Clark. Let me go get my coffee.
Hello, that's this way. Together like I will hold you to talk to me. You ask me, you really the ancient answer is how coming to be, and we're waiting in mercy.
And if you see me put a white or hey, where's the white? Okay, we'll go purple. All right, yeah. So the purple ones is ain't nobody trying to know. Now I do have a 2027 leap that we're already in. Me and the mentees, we rocking this sucker out. And so if y'all would like to get into a leap on it, this is straight up equity for me. But if you interested in it, do not do a short-term swing on this. Like I wouldn't even get the June expiration date. You're gonna have to go 2027. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. Okay. You're gonna have to. I'm not messing with the options on this, but I will catch this equity. This equity push into 24. Currently 15. You're gonna push to 24? Y'all know what I can do with that? A lot. A lot. All right, VST. Not gonna lie. I'm buying the contract Nancy Pelosi bought. And the clock stops there. Nancy, where you at, girl? I love this lady so much, I named my damn dog after her. Which one you had bought, girl? No. I know they told us which one it was she bought. I remember it being in the news. What I should have done was write it down. Burp. Oh, Nancy. Fake ass Democrat. Yeah, let me. Yolanda, come back on.
Your success is in my way, and if there's no sweet, it was from past I kill you. But why did you feel this way? Now you never stay. When I stand strong in you, I'm getting sit in silence and find out just be still and know. I will never be your side. I will never be your side. No, I already know. It's not because I have to make your time. But I want to be somebody. You want to still. So hold on to my hand. In my heart.
She purchased 50 call options with a date set. Oh, she already sold them all. I got off of the resource real quick because I try to, or not try, I just do make sure that I chart the technicals first and then go look at where big money is because I don't want big money to be my bias. I want it to be my confirmation. So that's why I clicked off that real quick because I forgot. Because I was looking like 160 put. Ain't nobody stopping my shine. I thought I would die. But ain't no power stronger than the one. Yeah, you would. Yes, he did. Y'all want to see a dead body? Huh? Did I get your text? Yeah, I ignored it because how you gonna ask me to buy you some? No, yeah, let me finish my sentence. I ignored it because how you gonna ask me for some donuts and then say, "Oh, good morning." So no, no donuts. Matter of fact, you want to see me eat a donut in your face? Oh, what kind of donuts you want? Glazed. How many friends are over there? Four. I'm supposed to feed the baby too. I was gonna say she ain't on no damn breast milk. Oh, all right. Oh, all right. Send me the oh, I know the address. I'm sending it over there, but hey, you looking at me? No, I'm not playing. Don't text my phone like that again. You say good morning, Aunt Alex. I miss you, and then you ask me for some money. Okay? No. You can say yes, ma'am. I don't care about your friends. All right, love you. Shit. Hold on, y'all. Let me order these damn donuts. Ah! And then I signed into the Uber app and he already ordered the dog. Hey, you know what? Not today. I will not. I will not. Shirley Caesar, hold my mule. Come on. I will not. Entitled. Woo! And I can't even be mad because I'm the one that did it. I will not. Hold my mule, Shirley. Come on. I want green beans. No. All right, let me focus. Ooh, that just made me mad. Okay, what's our projections? 293 and 240. 240, 293. 240 the average? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Am I tripping? I'm seeing what I'm seeing, right? 240. I'm gonna eat this up. You said you always be there. Oh, you know I've never seen your face, your love. I know the presence you're real. Talk about will see that. I will always hide. You just would tell always that. Oh, it's my love.
I believe.
Okay, I swept that. I know this is the buy zone just because this is she entered into the contracts January 14th. So I just marked the range of that. I like to see how it swept those lows. Um, Mind you, we already saw that the contract expired Friday. Like all those contracts she bought expired on Friday. Now she, I'm sure, was out of the trade before then, right? She made her bag, she made her shmonyan, boom bam pow. But just interesting. She was willing to buy it once over here, and it's still 7% of her portfolio. Not the option contracts, but the equity. And on that site we were on, it showed that that's actually something that she recently bought. So then it's like, oh, okay, boom. What that tells me is that she sold her trade. She sold her option contracts and turned around and put it in shares, as we all should. Ownership over consumerism. Do you realize, like, y'all ever think about it? If all you do is day trade, you're still a consumer. Now you know, now you're the bank's consumer twofold. Sounds disgusting to me. All right, VST gonna cost me a pretty penny. Let's find this contract. In VST, I'm probably only gonna be able to buy one because my overall budget that I have. Somebody want to join the academy? Then I can buy two. Let's see. We're taking this to 290. Yeah, 290. Actually, I'm gonna just go ahead and go 240. Let it go in the money. I believe. Oh, I can buy a couple of these. Okay, Kurt. Yeah, that spread nasty. Why is it such a wide spread? What expiration date is this? 6/18. Let's look at open interest. I can't wait for the market to open tomorrow and get in that Devon Energy trade. I don't want to go 2027. That's gonna cost me too much. Yeah, it's still 6/18. All strike prices. I'm gonna go to 240. Let's look at the 290 just to see. Just for giggles. It's not much position stacked there. Spreads a little bit better, but I like this 240. I'm gonna keep my eye on the 240 6/18. Open interest is currently 7/13. Anybody out there believe in God? Me. Okay. First sector done. I'm going to do AMAT and Lululemon with y'all. And then I'm gonna hop off because ain't no way I've been doing this for almost 2 hours and I only got one section done. I'm not focused. All right, send that. Y'all, is this my song? You did not create me to feel, but you created me to worship daily. So I'm here. I'm missing you. Daily, so I'ma leave it all right here. Worship you because you're Jehovah. Close ones. 271. No more crying, no more. I'ma leave it up. 225 right here. What the heck? Is this the 3-month low? Oh, open. Okay, when I am, again, long-term game, investment portfolio, I'm gonna play the leaps as I go. When I'm not on here looking for an either or setup, I'm on here because I studied their books, I studied their forward guidance, and I have studied the retail sector. And I believe that Lululemon will push into their projected price. Lululemon is making a turnaround. So when I pull this chart up, I'm not looking for, okay, well, it would be bearish if it's this, because I've already done my due diligence for my portfolio before I got here. So the only thing that I am looking for, and it's intentional, it's purposeful, it's strategic, all that stuff. The only thing I'm looking for is for a magnet that I can that a magnet that would allow price to trade to the upside. And I'm looking for where is the reversal, because clearly Lululemon has lower highs, lower lows. All right, tracking that. Boom, bam, pow. We see that it's been basing at these lows for weeks, which if we come and we look at what it's basing, this is where it swept during the pandemic. March 2020, swept these lows, held that the very next month, went up, right? It's the same thing that we are seeing Lululemon do. History repeats itself, Watch Great Ben Black. All right, part. I don't care nothing about a bear sentiment. I won't play it to the downside. I'll just buy more shares. I will stop buying shares if we get a close below 160. I won't sell my shares, but I'll stop buying more until it's like, all right, are we gonna drop lower? And then I'll revisit the whole thing. But for now, it's like, all right, bet. A change of character happened right here. It's internal, but it's still, this was a lower high. We had a bullish change of character. My apologies when we closed above there right here, just barely closed above it, which is also the 3-month close. Love that. But yeah, this 3-month close here. Just doing a little pullback. And I marked off this fair value gap because this pullback, wouldn't be surprised to see it mitigate. And then, give me a higher low. So that's why I have this marked off. And this is where I'm going to set the alert like around here just to give me time to come look at it. But I'm going to know, like, I know how I set my charts, that I'm looking to see if it mitigates this. And this is where I would want to enter around here to trade it back up, because even catching this at 185, trading it into 225, this 226, lit, just lit. But we finally had a bullish change of character, which Lululemon has not had since 2023. Yeah, literally 2023 was the last bullish change of character that we had right in here. All right. So to see this now in 2026, after again reading the fundamentals for guidance, et cetera, I want Lululemon so bad. Plus, y'all know how much them damn Lululemon sets is? I didn't know. I didn't know. And then I don't know. I got these kids thinking I'm the rich auntie. And I don't know. Y'all can go to college. We're gonna have to talk about it after that. And low key, I'd be even happier if y'all didn't go to college. Save me a couple $100,000. Freaking 6 figures to go get a degree that doesn't even matter anymore, because they don't want to hire 22-year-olds who are coming out of college with a piece of paper but no experience. So yay, keep having us go into debt for that piece of paper. I love America. Capitalism, woo woo.
You did not create me to worry.
Oh, I like this.
You did not create me to feel. But you created me to worship daily. So I will leave it all.
Oh, I don't want that 350 though. That's a little bit too far out. Hell, I don't want that. But I do like this 300. $3.95. I can do that. Trust in you.
The song that we sing in our church in New York, church. It's about every Sunday song. It's not reaching that time, y'all. Stand up from the blood forward. So the song just says this. It says, I call him home. My name was home. You are so holy to me. Somebody say, I call you holy. Your name is holy.
You are the holy to me. Hey. I know this didn't just turn off my Christian music to turn on K-pop Demon Hunter. They gotta get out of my house. I'm not gonna too much explain UNH, and then I'm just gonna go down to I'll probably actually show y'all Amazon instead. I'm just gonna say UNH is at the very, very, very top of my watch list. The very top of my watch list. Now, I'm not trying to like breadcrumb y'all, sorry, but I'm not going to share too much of it just because this is something that damn near every class at the academy is going to be talking about this semester. So I don't want to give away what they invested in, but just, hey, bro, fully expecting that we'll possibly see this down at 321 again. Fully expecting that. And I do not believe that's where that sucker is gonna stop. Well, I do not believe that it's gonna lose more than that. I'll say that. I do not believe that. Picking up quite a few orders, but UNH, I don't know how much y'all paying for insurance. A shoot ton, right? Y'all premiums go up? Did anyone's premiums go up? I thought so. I'm gonna just leave this here. Y'all have seen my process, right? Y'all feel me? Y'all feel my process. I'm gonna just leave that there. You know? Amen. 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 Can I get an amen? Just a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny little bit. Okay, make sure y'all get in that. And I'll do Amazon. Where is Glow? Let's see. I call you home. You are. Okay, let's go off on a good song. They're all good songs, but let's see. You know what? The staple singers? Can y'all tell I was raised by my grandma? All right, let's do Amazon. 360, 297 and 360. Ooh, look, it's holding this. Ooh. I turn you down so I can focus. Hold on now. Loving the hold of this. Fair value gap. Little launch pad in here. Now it did have a inside bar, so you would have thought it would have delivered lower. It kind of did. What's this look like on the weekly? Giving us a lower high. When's earnings? Next week. Was that next Thursday? So like a slight pullback. It's inside this gap too. Is that mitigated right in there? Let's see. Hell yeah. Okay, so this 236 is importante. And this is also where the previous lower high was. It's right where that closed at. This 236 range is importante. I'll be looking to see if we drop a little bit lower. You should definitely be buying shares right now. But I do believe that this is going to deliver a little bit lower. Just from looking at the weekly. And you hear the music playing, and you see the people praising. Let your troubles fall behind you. Don't you wait another minute. Just get up and on your feet. Jump in, make it loud, make it glorious. Start rejoicing. This could definitely deliver lower. Into this 3-month, has it dropped? Yeah, no, into this 3-month close. This 230 push into 297? What? When you come into his presence, lift him up the name of Jesus. Won't you pray on him? I went straight to the 295, 300 strike, but honestly, I would probably buy closer than that. I would honestly and truly buy closer than this. Oh, that's just the average. Oh, yeah, that's just the average. Never mind. Mm-hmm. I like this 300. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that open interest. Ta! Mine made up. 300 call. Is it 618? Amen. 300 call 618. Mm, I don't know where I want to enter yet. So what is it, like 23,000? Yeah. What the heck? 22,694. Okay. Let me see if somebody hopped on this link. Let's just say I don't have access to. Okay, let's in Discord. Where is shit at? Let's see. I'll do one more. I'm gonna wait and see if they hop on. I don't extend kindness for too long when the banks are closed. Let's see what else we got. I like Amazon though. SoFi for sure. Just get the SoFi 40 call. Any expiration date in 2027 and 2028, you're gonna be straight. You're gonna make a bag. Nvidia can get y'all that one now. Nvidia gonna make us a bag. Let's do Palantir. Let's look at Palantir. Oh yeah. See, I like this. It's already lost levels from the quarterly. Like that for me. Because I would want to see price like trade below and then back above, you know. But in this sense, those levels are so close, I'm really just gonna mark it as a zone. So it's not overdoing it for me. Yeah, that's a dead zone. Look at that, that's choppy. Make the days go on. I was created, make the rains. Higher low, lower high. Let's go to the weekly, see if we see a fair value gap or anything. Maybe this, ooh, this one's ugly. But also quite obvious. Glaring gaps like this catch my attention. Huge glaring gaps like that catch my attention and they're pink. They become pink. Cause what? Where's the pink? This pink. Sooner. Oh, she's okay, bet. Better hang up on y'all's face in a sec. Let's get this real quick though. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We're going to see the King. Soon and very soon. We are going to see the King. Soon and very soon. We are going to see the King. Soon and very soon. We are going to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We're 255. 192 and 255. We are going to see the king. No more dying men. We are going to see the king. What was it? 192 and what? We are going to see the king. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We're going to see the king. Did y'all if you are invested in semiconductors, you have no option at all, but to make sure that you know what's going on with TSMC. Like you literally have no option. You have to know what's going on with TSMC if you are interested in the semiconductor industry. All right. And with how that earnings report came out, Palantir probably gonna push past 255. No more dying men. We are going to see the king. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We're going to see the king. It was 255, right? Yeah. I don't even believe in Palantir that much to spend $600 a contract. Not that I don't believe in them, I don't care enough about the industry, so probably gonna leave this one to the side, but I'm gonna still write this contract down. I know, like, I would not pay attention to this, but I'm going to, so we'll do it like this actually. This is what I do when I feel guilty, when I'm like, dang, I don't think I'm gonna call that out. I feel a little bad. It's kind of my job. Well, then we'll just do this and then I'm gonna hang up in y'all's face. Close this NQ trade. Ate that up, you guys, and I hope y'all got in with me. There towards the end. What am I doing? We're gonna take a screenshot of this. We're gonna come to the Discord. Oh, I'm gonna clip it. Y'all thought, ooh, Lord, y'all thought I was bossy. Space is quietly shifting from the uh, Negro, you late. We on that. All right. What ticker is this? Palantir. General chat. How has my customer service been? Since you want to embarrass me publicly, let me embarrass you. What service needs improvement? And go to recents or no downloads. Palantir. Pull back, y'all. Retrace. What the frick do you want? You know what? Pull back. God damn it. And keep my eye on this to find a support level soon. All right. That's what I do when I feel guilty, when I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna give y'all that one. Can't do it. Just leave you a little rabbit hole with my thoughts. All right. But I had an amazing time with y'all this morning. Appreciate it. Love it. Purr, purr, purr. All right. Boom, bam, pow. All that good stuff. I'm going to meet with someone one-on-one now. So y'all can all like hop off and I'm gonna hang up in y'all's face. But I love y'all real bad. Real bad. Real bad. Real bad. Kiara! I didn't know you still knew me. Hey, Miss Donna. You're welcome today. You're welcome. Hey, wait, hey. Academy students, do we have class tonight? Do we have class tonight, Academy students? Hell no, we will not be in class because the banks are closed. So am I. Amen. All right, y'all have a good day. Go ahead and hop off, y'all, because I need to use this same Zoom link. You're very welcome. Oh, wait. Can y'all like put like a something in the chat? I don't ask y'all for much, but I do need some more marketing. Y'all the ones yelling at me to get back on social media. So if y'all put a little something, if you learned something, a little something, drop that in the chat for me. Okay, bye. Okay, don't get mad at me. I'm just gonna start removing some people. I'm not kicking you out. I'm just making it go quicker. Don't get mad. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we're going to see the King. No more dying men, we are going to see the King. No more dying men, we are going to see the King. All right, it is just us. You should be able to unmute now. Let me see. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we're going to see the King. Oh, there you go. You should be able to unmute now.
Okay.
Hi. All right. Shoo. That's actually a really good,
Can you hear me?
yeah. There's
Okay.
actually a pretty good recording. I'm gonna get that up today, like right after we hop off here. I'm sure you'll like that. I didn't make it through all 40 because we chit-chatted and whatnot, but a good chunk of these was done. A good
I
chunk.
was not thinking that y'all was gonna do 40 charts.
Yeah,
That's a lot, girl.
well, but it's so I do this every quarter. So from it starts here. This is well annually, but then every quarter, et cetera, and all that. But so it starts here with all of these. And I messaged Fiddy and told her to send the link for the chat. She just handles all of that. But anyways, so all of these, I sent you a couple, but my biggest one is this AI and utilities watch list because hello, that's just gonna make a bag in the adult education. as well. So just I already knew the tickers that I was looking for, and I separate my layouts. I mean, I won't like do too much because we got the recording, but where we at? Trading view. I separate my layouts. So by that I mean we look here, like I have my 2026 layout, but everything that's over there, is charting. And then, I have it for the academy, mentees have theirs, whatever, whatever. But then I'll do the 2026 for my portfolio. Totally different. Totally, totally, totally different outlook. And so I order it by sector. And then the sector ETF that I'm going to invest in is the one that's tagged in red. And then if I'm doing just shares, then it's purple. And if it's one where it's like ASAP, getting in it first thing in the morning, it's blue. And then the yellow is like, duh, I'm going to be invested in VTI and VU. Make sure that I get those. Um, but yeah, girl, we went down through here. So, but started with the energy sector, and I just go through and look for where am I ready to buy. I go ahead and choose my contract, put the contract on the alert, and then I'll also put the like the contract here and what the open interest was, so that when it comes time when I'm ready to enter it on the pullback, I always I'm gonna compare to open interest. So when I did it today, it was, I'll just say 7,000. So if I'm ready to enter into it and then I look at the open interest and the open interest is 1,200, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, the market is expecting a deeper retracement because y'all sure did get rid of them contracts. That was a huge decrease in open interest. So now if I pull it up and the open interest went from 7,000 to 24,000, I'm gonna buy 17 million of them contracts because I'm looking in the right place, doing the right thing. And then I just mark off the retracement area, have my alert set with the contract, know the contract and open interest, and then know what that average projection and what that average and the projected price are for the year. And my growth portfolio, everything has to have a minimum of at least a $30 move coming within 12 months. At least. At least. And really $30 is not enough for me. The energy sector is the only one that's doing that. But Devon Energy, was it this one? My bad, I didn't even click on Devon Energy. I want this so damn bad. I want this so god dang bad. Like this push into this 62 is hella affordable. The open interest went crazy. I think this was, I should have put the price here too, but I think this one was like it was 78 cents. So $78 a contract. By the time this pushes up to 62, that would be like a 400% return on those contracts. Want that. Thank you very much. And then VST. I don't think I charted that one in front of them. I'm saving that one for the mentees. Oh, damn, I did. Yep, I want this one too. I need this. I'm automatically getting up in this sucker. Automatically. So Nancy Pelosi, she first bought it January 14th of this year, and it expired Friday. The contracts that she bought, she ate that up too. She made it bad. But we are trading back in her buy zone, and she picked up more shares. I went and looked at her portfolio. She picked up more shares January 7th. Bet. Did this sweep from where she initially bought it. Yeah, I want this. Need that push to the 290 and et cetera, et cetera. But anywho, girl, let's look. Well, I don't know. Are you trading? Are you looking at trading, or where are you at?
Me?
Yeah, it's just us. Oh,
Hello?
hey, Kiana. What? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Kiana, you cool to be on here too. That's Kiana. Let me delete this link. But yeah.
I did. I tried to, but I think I was jumping the gun. So no good trades today. I'm in an NQ, but it's down like $300. Um,
You're,
Again, right now I'm at the phase of training myself to cut my losses. So I'm okay with taking like these little $300 cuts because I need to get comfortable of doing it.
I mean, did you want to back test the entry or you got it?
Um, I don't think it was a good entry. And
Oh, okay. But if you ever want back tested, let me know. Kiana, are you trading?
okay, give me a second.
Kiana, are you trading NQ? Or are you trading the futures this week?
Not currently. No, not right now.
You said no. She
Mm-mm.
said hell no. Not gonna hold you. Flex that muscle a little bit because crude oil would be litty.
I had crude oil mapped out. I be hesitating on crude oil. I don't know why. And it shot through like all three of my targets because me and Patrice had mapped out crude oil.
Yeah. Okay, were you looking at XLE? Well, I think you are, right?
Yeah, I'm actually in a trade for XLE.
I knew that. Didn't we literally just talk about that last week? I knew that. Or the week before, whatever. Hey, don't miss Oxy. I guess you on here earlier when I pulled up Exxon and Chevron?
Yeah, I was here for
Oh,
Exxon and Chevron. I was in and out, but I saw those two.
okay. Yeah. Keep I want them so damn bad. So bad. Need them, in fact. Let's see. I want to show you this thing with, I think well, I know that we have talked about like I call them the kind of equal lows. I'm going to talk about that here on NQ because I'm noticing as I was going through this watch list that we seeing these like across the market, low key. So let me read you the technical definition of it and then I'll explain it in my way. I'm seeing them across the market, so you'll probably like it to catch you some. You still doing your short-term swings
Yeah, I
and
haven't
then
really
the day trades?
no.
Girl, what the hell?
Cause when we met last time, we were talking about sitting out quarter one and stacking, put money to the side for quarter two for.
Yeah, but you paper trading, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, girl, that didn't say we ain't. Yeah. Okay. You know, I think a paper trade counts as a trade. Experience
Okay,
is experience. Okay. Girl, don't be scaring me like that. I was gonna say I
okay.
didn't say sit on ice. Okay. Um. What the heck was I pulling up earlier? I was the RELs. Relative whatever.
Did you use that last night for that trade? Because I want to see your rationale for when you entered
You said did I use what?
the relative equal lows last night for your trade.
Yeah. That was dead ass. I didn't know. I'm learning. I'm peeping game to see how I can approach it. But that was literally me saying I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be looking for a spinning top entry. Stop loss above there. Look at this. That was the entry. And I just rocked that shit out from there and had my stop loss at the high of the like a couple ticks above the high of it. Just rocked it out, sold it at 4 a.m. My alert went off because it tapped into I'll show you on the hourly, but hell yeah. And these things they popping up all over the market. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Um, Before I even started trading the futures, that is before I even really started with futures, I was always keeping up with the like actually trading them, keeping up with the futures, because whatever you see on the indices, you're gonna see across the market, across the majority of the market, I guess. So let me delete this candle here. Well, let me read the definition first, and then we'll delete our current candle. Why are you not letting me delete the current candle? Okay. Leave that there. Okay, the relative equal highs and lows in trading are price points where the market hits similar highs or lows, indicating areas of significant buyer seller entry or interest liquidity. It's where stop orders cluster, often leading to reversals or breakouts as institutions target these spots for order execution, forming resistance or support zone, blah blah. It's a liquidity pool, support and resistance, market structure. We can use them as entry points and as a magnet, just all that stuff. All right. Now, in my way, how I'm gonna explain, I actually sent this to Glow last night. Let me read it. Um, they're just point the areas on a chart where price keeps coming down to roughly the same level more than once. The lows aren't identical, but they are close enough to tell us the market is respecting that area. So that tells me two things. One, there's a support there, and two, liquidity is building underneath those lows. What the hell? Well, hey, Jeremy, let me take this link down, everybody else. You good here too. Let me take this link down.
Hello, Alex.
You good. When price keeps tapping the same area, stop losses start stacking below it, and institutions know that. So instead of price immediately reversing, you will often see a brief push below those lows to grab liquidity before the real move happens. That's why, and this was me explaining the relative equal lows, but that's why you will sometimes see price dip under support, scale the sellers, and then reverse higher. That's like how a sweep will happen, basically, you say. So relative equal lows matter because they show where sellers are getting weaker and where buyers may be preparing to step in. Momentum slows down in these areas if price sweeps these lows and then starts to shift structure. That is often your clue that control is changing hands to the buyers. So low probable chance that was going to happen, that it was going to reverse to the upside, simply because it's a low probable chance that if the Asian session makes a huge gap, the Asian and the London are not going to fill that gap. That's what the New York session will do. The New York session will handle the reversal if it will fill the gap. Low probable move that this was going to push to the upside. So we could just really say when the market closed on Friday and we saw these relatively equal lows with this hard bounce that it did right here at the end of the day, like right when it was about to come down to that level, right? We could just look on the hourly. And this was the low from, well, hold on. Let me be accurate here. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. I forgot I put that thing on there. Shiminy crickets. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we're going to see the King. Now show me them damn circles. Okay. Now where's that other circle? Y'all feel me. I'm not finna keep trying to, y'all feel me. That's finna get on my nerves real quick. But all right, boom. And let me know if you didn't, and I'll come back and show it. But it's just the way that that moved. I would also say go do your due diligence, and you can just on this Wednesday, the way that it popped back up on the 1 minute, you'll see a very like basically the candle that you're gonna see on the 1 minute when this hit this low is nothing but wick. It opened, dropped, and then just immediately bounced back up and closed where it opened at, right? Sexy little candle, and it started to push up. Had on the 5 minute, had a change of character to the upside, etc., boom. So that was already, I see what y'all doing, what y'all trying to do. I see what y'all trying to do right there. Got it. Tracking. So, and then on top of that, we gotta look at like what that man was saying before it closed, what everything was going on, everything that's going on in Greenland. Yes, I got a Real Housewives of Capitalism coming up with it, all that stuff. I'm here. Hold on. My God. Yes, sir.
Are they almost here?
To the house?
No, I'm at Amber Meadows.
Now, how the hell was I supposed to know that?
Cause you said you already know the apartments and
I thought you meant at the square.
no.
Well, text me the address
Okay.
with the apartment number.
What the apartment number?
Yes. Who is that little boy staring at me? You can say hello. Ask me how I'm doing.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing very good. How you doing, young man? Okay, period. Send me the address. I'll send y'all donuts. And Javen, I'm at work right now, so I'll text you the screenshot of the Uber Eats, okay? All right, love you.
Okay. Love you.
All right, my apologies, y'all.
I want Uber Eats.
Huh?
I want Uber Eats. I'll send you my address.
Man, child. The way I kicked them kids up out this house and come get these donuts or go get everybody had to go, even the dogs. Okay, but boom. So yeah, seeing that the way it bounced. Okay, boom, bam, pow. Everything that was going on with Greenland. He already was sitting up there saying on Friday before the market closed, if Denmark can't do it, then we will. Just another country we finna go invade for no goddamn reason. Okay, boom, bam, pow. I was already expecting some BS was gonna happen. Wasn't expecting the tariff drama, but hey, this is where we are. Welcome to the clown show. All right. So when it did open and it gapped down, I was like, all right, all right, let's get ready. Now I do also want to say too, I should have come here first, is that this magnet that I have marked off, and the reason why I left this one specifically is because this is the last magnet that was formed in the OG trend. And so what do I mean by the OG trend in the this is a downtrend. This never actually broke from this downtrend, right? Because we haven't come back above these highs. So this is everything that's inside of here on down to here is internal. That's how I see it. And y'all are mentees and friends, so that's how I see it. That's how I trade it. Everything in here is internal. So the OG trend is still bearish. So I looked for the last bearish magnet that was formed with a market structure shift. Yes, I know that this is a bearish magnet right here as well, but there was no market shift. This is the last bearish magnet because we are still inside of this OG downtrend. That shifted structure. All right, boom. Very much so been respecting it, creating sell side liquidity above it, et cetera, all that good stuff. So, boom, was already looking at that. It got down below it. I said boom, because I had an alert set at the top and the bottom of the magnet, right? So my alert went off. And let's go to the 5-minute here. Like really in the 5-minute candle, right? Because it let me know like, oh hey, one closed below it. So I watched it for a little bit because it was holding. Now, mind you, this 25,405, that's if I just go back to the weekly, that's simply just the low. That's just that low from the first low. All right, it's 406 actually. Apologies. Damn, I had that off. The low is 406.50. What? Okay, boom. So definitely had that off, but nothing changed on that. So then it was just about watching it. We already had the lower highs. All I needed it to do was make a lower high. That was literally it. I just waited on it to make a lower high. And I was watching it. I was going back and forth between the 5 and the 15-minute. My time at entry was 6:45 5. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's on the spinning top. It's at 645. Here. Now it would have been, I was really waiting on below 405 where I initially had the thing. Y'all saw me just adjust it, whatever. But the that would have been a beautiful entry to just wait on that, as we can see. Just wait on that to close below it, pop back up and retest it, right? And then have my stop loss like a couple ticks above it. But I'm not mad at the entry that I did take at the I could have waited, but again, the stop loss was there, it was set. I was cool with it. Because we see right in here on the 5-minute, this was, well, it really made the lower high at 6, but it wasn't, that's a relatively equal high, right? And I'm already trading this off of a relatively equal low. So it was like, I need to see a clearer lower high. And we got that around in here, right here. And so it was just like, okay, bet, put the stop loss at the top, and I'm still in this sucker. Well, I did, hold on, let me rephrase that. I exited at 4 because it tapped into a bullish magnet on the hourly. I'll show y'all. But I did exit here at 4, but come on. When it did this equal high right here, and this is when I first dropped the link and I was like, yeah, I'm not waiting until 10. This was my entry here. Now I do have a runner and it's just gonna stop me out at the at my entry level. But I scaled out for sure. At the same place at this 257. And it's real simple. Now see? But again, I did have, but yeah, that was it. Kept that sucker real simple. And simplicity and consistency beats everything else. Like I know people, I don't trade chart patterns, but I know people who trade chart patterns. And I know one woman who trades chart patterns and she has a higher accuracy rate than I do. And I got a pretty high fucking accuracy rate. She got a higher accuracy rate than I do. I don't know how she sit up there and swing trades patterns. I truly don't. But she is consistent with it. She doesn't change her strategy. She doesn't change her setup, how she's going to enter. She doesn't change her risk management, and she has faith in her setup. So consistency and faith, baby, that's going to take you way more than a lot in this game. So yeah, that's how I play off on those. And so when we look at QQQ, this is why this was my obsession with y'all last week. No. You mother suckers will. You will pay attention to me, but I'm telling you that this is not going up. Look at those relatively equal lows. Price is hunting 609 at a minimum. At a minimum, price is very much so attracted to this 609. At a minimum, because of these relatively equal lows right here. And then turned around and made relatively equal highs. It was never going to break 629.21. So therefore, all I didn't care about price pushing up to 629.21 because anything could have happened then. But I knew for sure at 629.21 I could get a put. I knew that for sure. And when I got in my put for the Qs, I got into my shorts for NQ. And it's been sexy. All of December and January has been very easy to trade QQQ. Wait for it to get 629.21 and get puts. Wait for it to drop to 610 and get calls. That's it. So we're definitely going to look for this. Now, how I'm going to play this out next week. What I don't like is, well, actually, I do like this. Y'all know this is a bearish engulfing on the weekly because this bullish candle is inside the range of last week's bearish candle, right? It's a bearish engulfing. Bearish candlestick pattern. So how I'm going to play it is my entry that I'll signal in the Discord. We're in puts. Y'all should be in puts, Minty chat. But I'm going to play it for the Discord is below the open of last week's candle. Or oops. This is last week's, but playing the candle before it. So below the open of 619.32, trading it down to 609. That'll be lit. Just be able to call out day trades on it in this $10 range, but also swing that sucker down too. Can you send it to me here? I don't have. Well, why did you delete the Discord? Here you go. Are my donuts on the way? You just called me. 615 East Fairmont. Some donuts for 5 kids. That's crazy. What's up, Allie? Give me a sec. Let me order these. Let me order my kids some food real quick. East Fairmont Street. Oh, apartment 236. Okay, Shipley's Donuts. A dozen should do it. I'm looking for the Zoom link you mentioned over the weekend. Are we still on at 10 a.m.? All right, so looking for that there. Where am I at? Glow, Alistair, Jeremy, Kiana, mentees. That's cool. So the cues there. Now, Kiana, I'm curious, with your with NQ, I know what type of trades we're doing. I got you. A trade's a trade to me. But with NQ, did you take NQ and ES off your watch list? Like, what's the updated watch list for futures?
They're not off my watch list. I probably need to, since NQ started dropping, probably go back in there and look at it today. But my last time I updated it was probably like last week where I had it hitting that order block to come down.
So that's so you got to add that to the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In one of those days, you got to add it. At the top of every quarter, at the beginning of every fiscal year, and then like a glance over whatever over the weekend, like part of that schedule, that consistent schedule. That's for everybody. It's for everybody. Make that part of it that you go through and you check that you check in on your watch list. Let's see. So I don't want to, while I'm on the futures, let me make sure while everyone's on here. But Jeremy, what's going on? I know that this is the focus. You want to talk about it later? Did you settle on the Asian?
I'll be honest with you, Alex. I was out of the country last week. Didn't really look at anything. And with my personal stuff that I messaged you before I left, this week is just absolutely nuts. So I have to leave back out of the state in a few days. So
Period. I'm proud of you, like that ass, but I'll call you later.
sounds good.
And we
We're
on?
still on for tomorrow. Yeah, we're still on for our times that we have.
No,
So
got that. But I'm saying, are we on ice with trading for right now?
I'm gradually looking at it. If it is, I'm just looking at really gold, honestly. But it's a very guarded 10-foot look. If I see something, I'll jump in. If not, then I'm not even going to look at it. So
You know what I'm gonna say, but I'll call you on the side.
Yeah, I know, but we have fun, so
All right. But we can be structured.
we can, and it is structured. It is.
Okay.
I saw something on gold today that I was actually looking at it, but I'm gonna wait till it reopens later today. So
Okay. Email me the game plan. I'm not gonna, I'm with whatever you with. Just email me the game plan.
all right, sounds good.
All right. So let's see. Hi, Alistair. How are you doing?
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
Hi. How are you, friend?
Pretty good.
What's popping in your world? Proud of you. Goddamn, you be waiting on me to upload them videos to the academy. I see, because you show hot right on in there. And I love that for you. But what's going on in your stratosphere?
I've just been practicing paper trading. Uh, Earlier this week, I set up a swing trade for CBS and DraftKings, I
Mm-hmm.
believe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so right now I'm just working on those while also trying to get more comfortable with futures and other stuff because I don't understand those as much as I do stocks.
Okay,
But
are we adding futures in?
Um, I
Like
haven't
right
yet,
now? Okay,
but I have.
can I give a suggestion?
Hmm.
I know Miss Patrice and Miss Kiana are. Let them do them for a second. Because you have a really good watch list. Feel you, but it ain't no way you shouldn't be telling me about Delta.
Oh, I've also been looking at Delta as well. I just haven't
Okay.
paper traded Delta. That's all.
Okay, bet. Let's talk about Delta real quick. Let's talk about this one because I'm never going to get over this chart that you sent me. I'm never going to get over it. So we'll start with the basics. What is the first thing that you should know when looking at Delta? What's the very first thing you need to know? Like when or not even Delta, my apologies, but when we pull up the chart on the weekly, we want to know what? The trend, right? Right?
Hmm.
Okay, period. We see this is an uptrend. Now I'm very I don't try to make when I do draw a trend line, I don't try to make it touch the most lows. And that's what people do. They'll say, like, no, this is how the trend line should be because you want it to be trendy. You want it to tap into the most lows that there are so we can see where it like swept it, picked up liquidity, et cetera, et cetera. Not me, child, because it's gonna respect these lows. It's gonna respect the major swing lows. Because we could really say that all of this is internal. We could say that that's internal, right? I see a good little hefty drop coming. I could see, or not hefty, but I could see a pullback. And we see here that it is consolidating at highs, which is the distribution phase. But you already knew that. I'm basically just copying your chart right now, your OG chart. Okay. So you seeing that play out. So what comes after the distribution phase? Price does what?
Doesn't it start to drop because
Period.
people start selling it?
Mm-hmm. Selling back supply. I'm not saying it ain't, I'm just saying, like, okay, things are in line. Our technicals are lining up here. And then we for sure want to know, okay, well, where would the reversal be? Now I want to show you this one. Well, I'm curious because I do think that you would probably like the pivots one better, more. And I meant to show you this. Like, go in on your settings when you have this pivots high low up and change the color of the high. Just so, because if not, then they all just white. And I feel like that throws it off a little bit. So I would suggest changing the color of the high or the low or both, whichever. And you just do it in the inputs right there. But gots to know where would the reversal point be at? because then that's when swingy. Now I know you don't really want to focus on swing trading. You have the time to do the day trades, but we're gonna travel down. I don't know how to not explain it from the weekly first. But so I need to know that, hey, this is Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. This would be a bearish reversal. And then if it was to continue above these highs, which we don't want that because we like for things to be trendy, this would be as of now, this would be a bullish continuation. As of how it stands now, right? Don't want this sucker below 55 at all. Don't piss me off, right? Now, I don't know. I was talking to somebody. I don't think that the airline industry is going to have a major drop. I don't think so. I really don't. I think we're gonna have a nice little pullback and then have an opportunity to get in on a higher low and go up. I think that the travel industry, period, I think is gonna be pretty bullish, honestly. They had a pretty good quarter four, like a really good quarter four. I can't wait to see their earnings report. They, yeah, they missed on revenue a little bit, but hey, Delta's earnings report came in, they financials and everything, them motherfuckers came in on top. Southwest got some things that they need to figure out. I said, now how Southwest, and that's why Southwest won't let us choose our seats or why we got to pay for check baggage now. Their debt increased like crazy, and they surely is taking it from us. Well, we'll just go to the investor relations page. Kiana, do you remember how to find the investor relations page?
Yeah, I either go directly to their website or the shorthand version. I don't remember, but I typically go to the investors page.
I'll take that. You can do IR, investors relation. It depends which one it'll pop up under. Probably would be the investor. The gate changed. All right, bet. So then we scroll to the bottom and we're going to go to the investor relations. You should just be able to type in delta.com/investor relations, but you could also do this too. And we're going to go to do you remember what the report is? Allie, you should remember this too. What's the first report that we want to read?
Is it it's either the annual report or the quarterly report?
I don't know. Which one?
I would go to the annual report first.
Okay, period. Because why would I look quarter over quarter? The 10K, by the way. But I knew what you meant, so I'll take that. All right. I'm not going to stay here too long, y'all, because then I want to make sure, see if anybody wants to back test, see what y'all want to look at for this upcoming week, et cetera, et cetera. But the Delta team delivered a strong close to our centennial year, demonstrating the differentiation and durability we built. Our industry-leading performance delivered for our customers and employees while creating blah, blah. We generated $5 billion of pre-tax profit with a double-digit operating margin and record free cash flow of $4.6 billion. They got a cool $4.5 billion sitting in their savings account. Oh, okay. Okay, Delta, we see what you're doing and how you're doing what you're doing. I'm here for that. And then forward guidance was nasty. Nasty forward guidance, y'all. I'm talking about loved it. The lease obligations, they decreased on those by almost $3 billion. Like, yeah, Delta ain't come to play. They did not come to play. So I don't take your eyes off of this, Alistair, okay?
No, I'm listening.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's talk these fair value gaps. And I'm gonna go to the monthly. How are you feeling with those? Actually, I don't think we've covered those at all. So you want to do like a brief, you cool with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's a discrepancy in price. And the way I like to explain it is starting off with just understanding what a transaction is in the first place, that it's supply and demand. And so everything is supposed to be fair. All transactions are supposed to be fair. And I'm not even just talking on the market, just period. Everything is, I give you this and I want this in return. You give me this and you want that in return. It's supposed to be very fair transactions. So there are times in the market, they happen all the time, all day, every day, right? But there are times when price didn't move fairly, like the transactions were not fair. And that's because either the institutional sellers or the institutional buyers came in and said, move, 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 move. We got something to do in this range. We're just gonna go ahead and release a lot of orders so we can get to where we're trying to go real quick. And so I call it a cheat code. Or yeah, it's like it's a cheat code. The bears cheated. The best way to identify it quickly and to identify the best one is you want to look for where there was a break of structure, or we'll just say where there was a market structure shift. So whether it was a continuation or a reversal, whatever it is, we want to see that. So right here, we can see that this was previous lows. And so when we closed below there, right here, this was a structural shift to the downside. Then we got that higher low. What? Then we got that lower high. Internally, it shifted, blah, 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 whatever. So I already know that I want to look in this area for where the break of structure first happened. All right, boom. Then the second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a very large candle. When it's called an impulse, well, it could either be an impulsive or a displacement candle, but a real big candle that's just randomly just here. We got all these smaller candles and then boom, you just see this. When I see this very large candle, I want to look and make sure, I want to look at, not gonna hold you, before, this is how we measured it. We just measured the large candle. And then look how price respected that. Because the sellers came in during this time and they say, yeah, we want control of this. But look how price respected that. And we'll just say here at this mitigation, at this 50% mark, even this right here from April 5th or April 2025, right? Just on the money right there. You get this push up, and we actually had a bullish break of structure here on the monthly. All right, boom, whatever. That's how I measure it. Now, though, we want to look at, they say, look at the candle before and then look at the candle after it, because then it's going to give you a good range. And ain't nothing wrong with that, having a range. So what we want to do is we want to mark the candle before it with this, in this bearish cheat code, the candle before it with this lower wick, and then the candle that came after it with this upper wick. I'm going to put that there. Now, when I'm drawing my fair value gaps, I'm checking the coordinates. So the low of this candle was 45.03, and I want that on there exact. And the high of this candle was 27.60, and I want that on there exact. All right, boom. So the way that we want to look at this, let's break these three candles down, is that we know until this time, so we'll just delete all of this. Buyers did not step in this space at all. Buyers did not have control this month, March 2020, which sound about right. We are looking at Delta Airlines. Purr. All right. So we have this. And so how do I know buyers didn't step in? Because it's just straight red. It's just straight red. They stepped in here because they sold it off. The sellers were in control here, but then the buyers stepped in right here and they were able to push price back up and et cetera, right? So this is a bearish fair value gap. Bearish cheat code, bearish magnet. This is what you're going to hear me say. And price is going to be attracted to here. Now, whenever you see a fair value gap, good chance that you're going to see an order block above or below it. So if I see this bearish fair value gap, I'm going to see an order block above it because they had to place those orders somewhere. And so what we do to mark off a order block is you just looking for the same rules. This is where the last place that, or this is a place where structure shifted. We had a change, bearish change of character. So we want to look to the top of this drop and then find the last opposite colored candles. Because the opposite colored candles is where the institutions placed their order at. Right. And I'm just really marking off these two bullish candles. This is where the institutions placed those sell orders at. And so while everybody was thinking, oh, we're going to push this up, and you see how it swept those highs up there, right? They were like, yeah, no. And we could really go ahead and grab that on the cool. Not going to hold you. We could definitely go ahead and grab that wick, but technically, but again, it does make more sense to go ahead and grab this wick at the top because what are we doing? We're marking off where did they start placing sell orders. They was definitely placing sell orders at the top of this wick too. And then we dropped. So now we have two magnets here. And let's drop to the weekly because I was on the monthly. We're going to drop to the weekly now. And we're going to look and see how price respected this monthly fair value gap monthly bearish fair value gap it made and the bearish order block. Let's just see how prices, it's a magnet and why I call it magnets. I mean, look at that. Got there, pulled back. Respecting my magnet. I love that for me. Consolidating at the bottom of a bearish fair value gap is pretty bullish, actually. They're picking up orders to reverse. Boom, gapped up right above it. The 50% mark. I love technicals when they line up. And I'm just like, yep, I'm looking in the right place. You got this higher low on the mitigation level. Beautiful entry right there. Yes, we all the way in 2021. Let me speed it up. If I was in this trade, and I would be in this trade going long, it would not be like a 2-week swing. Y'all know me by now. I gotta explain it. My stop loss would be a weekly close below the mitigation level. Gotta be a weekly close because I'm on the weekly. I'm using that as my anchor. And you remember in class we talked about when you are trading. Well, let's see. Yeah, Kiana, you were yeah. Y'all are in the advanced class. We're talking about when you trade inside of a range, if it's trading on a range in your external time frame, how do you enter it on your internal time frame? Kiana.
I believe I was just watching this last night. I believe it was something if you enter at the mitigation, basically you're trading the edge to the outer boundaries.
Did you say enter at the mitigation?
No, I was saying if you're
Oh.
I know you said don't enter at the mitigation.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Baby, the way I was finna say, get the frick off my Zoom. I was finna say. Please don't piss me off. Okay. Well, yes, boundary to boundary. Never in the middle. Never in between. It is very easy to trade a range. Just go boundary to boundary. Y'all take a screenshot of that right there. because this is what you're going to be trading probably for the rest of earnings season is a ranging market system. And so this is your top down for how you execute with it. Okay. I wanted to get to I'm trying to get to this order block. I want y'all to see how it reacted there. Hey, bro, because you do not have to be going this slow. Mm. And I remember, y'all, I think I could probably pull it up in the Discord. I shit you not. I remember. I said, freaking finally, after 4 years, we finally closed inside of the order block. Let's swing Delta, you guys. Mitigated a 2020 fair value gap and did that in 2025. Just to work its way back up to what? Well, it made this now. What? You feel me? Respected the best out of this. I absolutely expect for this to pull back to about 62.85 and hold. To pull back to this order block, pick up some more orders and hold. This is projected to hit yeah, y'all know I love me some projection levels, but this is it's projected to hit 90. A $20 push on a $70 ticker, that's a bag. That's a bag. A $20 push on a $70 ticker is a bag. And it's affordable. Subjectively, but it's affordable. I want that. Real bad, real bad. So now let's drop to the daily. These are the magnets. These are the three magnets I'm paying attention to. This 2020 order block, fair value gap, I'm not paying attention to that too much anymore. My eyes are zoned in on this order block here. And you better hold. I don't even care if it mitigates it, if it sweeps this trend line and then pops back up. I don't even care if that happens. You better hold this damn order block. That's all I know. We've already traded through it. Now, what I don't, well, I guess I do because I am looking for this retracement. And you see that we're getting these relatively equal highs, which is simply just mean that we closed above and immediately swept previous highs, basically. Right? But we're getting that. And then we got the lower high. All right, bet. Go ahead and do a little drop. I'm probably going to trade this to the downside. I probably am going to catch swings to the downside because it is sitting right here at this boundary. We'll see how this opens tomorrow. Now, if this opens up tomorrow and it's already sitting here in the middle, we don't trade. We trade boundary to boundary in a range. Boundary to boundary. That's the highest probable that is going to go from boundary to boundary if you enter at the top or enter at the very bottom of the range. So if it's already in between here, I'm not interested. Hoping, especially since the market kind of started pulling back right now, hoping that it'll pop up over here pre-market and then we can get an entry below 70.55. But 70.55 and then my target is 67. This wouldn't be a day trade for me. Although, if y'all enter into it, especially if you do catch it like here below this 70.55, I say as long as you was in it before it broke below 70 and you entered that to trade it down to this 67, hey, if you reach your target risk management for the day, your profit target, scale out, leave one running, or take profit. Do you? And then when it closes below 67, this would be another trade for me. But the one that I enter below 70, hypothetically, theoretically, that one gets exited at 67. I'll enter again with a close below 67 with a target of 62. And then I'll be done with puts and I'll let it consolidate here at this order block because it's not going to just tap it and run. I wish, but it's going to have to pick up some orders. So I'll let it probably be like a couple of weeks or so, however long it'll be. I'll let it consolidate here and just be looking for my signal to enter to the upside. Maybe it just depends on what it looks like when it's down here and how price gets down here. I might just go ahead and enter in with my stop loss here at the bottom below 54, which is wide, yes, but I'm also going to go 2027. So I'd be protected in that. Not too worried about losing on Delta, on the airline industry, period. So then that brings me over here to jets. Chart this for me, Alistair. In low key, talk to your mom about it. Well, no, she told me to stop doing that. I'm supposed to talk to you about it. Low key, this would be beautiful for what your goal is for this year. This would be beautiful to start your dividend portfolio with. We're not going to be here for a long time, but we will be here for a good time. You see how much they pay?
Yes, I do.
Period. Long time. I mean, good time, not a long time. But this payout, we might as well eat that up. Okay. Those were my thoughts. Kiana, we gotta talk breaker blocks Friday. And then Jeremy, you already know. I just want to be strategic.
I know.
But I'm really like I really am. Let me say that publicly because I'm like talking in circles. I really am so fucking proud of you. Like dead ass. Totally different person. Totally different trader. Let me say that. So I don't
Thanks.
get as scared. I don't get as scared anymore. I'm not gonna hold you. Now, should I do this? Probs not. Silver. Silver. Especially for your mental health right now. Silver. You could be in and out quicker than you would be with gold. But for the love of God, just trade the micro. Just trade the micro. Just trade
Oh,
the
I do.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, because that the mini, that's a wild boy. But that micro, you might as well. Y'all might as well eat that up. Okay, so per Miss Glow, Miss Glow, Miss Glow. Did you want? I mean, you don't have to, but did you want to talk about your entry and like back test it, or you want to like look at a setup for?
Well, I have to drop in a few minutes, but I wanted to take a look at short entries from last night. But I plan on kind of looking at different possibilities of why you would have entered when you did, and using the ATR.
You said ATR. I didn't use ATR but then I remember you texting ATR yesterday. That you wanna talk about
In terms
ATR,
of like setting up a stop.
ATR.
Well, I don't have time today. Yeah, because you sent me about the different contracts. I've also been looking at using that as my stop, like setting a proper stop. So that's why I wanted to back test yours. My trades today were impulsive. Like I wanted to catch the move. So that's why I was like, no, we don't need to do that. I know they were silly. I was just testing out different theories.
Okay. I entered at 645 because it made this lower high. It gave the relatively equal highs after making this huge, after the weekly relatively equal lows as it opened. And then this 4 hour fair value gap. This 4 hour fair value gap here. It's the last one I was paying attention to because this overall trend is still bearish. We're still inside of an external bearish trend. So when I see that and I see that we've just been ranging inside of it, I keep up with the last bearish magnet that was created when price shifted structure. That was this 4 hour fair value gap right here. Yes, there's
Okay.
another one right here, but it didn't shift structure, specifically this one. So the market already knew from the weekly, from those relatively equal lows, I had my level already placed at this. Well, I had it at 405, but the accurate is 406.50. So I already had that and had the alert set for the top and the bottom of the fair value gap just to see. Expectations was that it was going to drop just because of the crap he was talking before the market closed on Friday. So then when it did drop below it was like, okay, the trend is still in track that this is a downtrend. So if we're in a downtrend, I'm only entering at lower highs. That's it. So I waited on a lower high entry. And that lower high, I mean, technically, like I was saying, the lower high entry did come at the 6 o'clock, 7 Eastern. Technically it did, but that's again relatively equal. This equal highs, relatively equal highs, whatever. I wanted like a clear cut lower high because then I could put my stop loss at the previous high. So at that 645, 650, when I was saying like literally, you know, uh, extraordinarily low probable that it's gonna close the gap. So therefore, I'm only looking for the push down. So I'd be looking for a lower high entry, like a spinning top entry or something. That was me saying that's my entry. And then as we look on the 15-minute, it's beautiful. So I put my stop loss above here, like above the high of the day. So I was risking and I was going for 257 because on the hourly, that is a huge magnet on the hourly. It was just doing equal lows there on the 4 hour. We could say that too. Right down there. So that was already my target. So I had it set to exit me there. So it was like I was risking 30 points against me and going for over 200 points for me. Beautiful risk to reward. So I was in that thing. My entry was 432. Yeah, at the 432. I was gonna say I think this is where I had it. Yeah. But at 6:45 is when I entered. Yeah, right here. So like literally right there but then the sucker bounced back up, mother sucker. But anyways, didn't hit the stop. So entering at 432, my stop loss was at 469. Take profit 257. Rocked it out. I did scale out at 388. Yeah, at 388. And the reason why I did that is because it did a structural shift finally. So then I was like, right here, right? Because it closed below these lows right there. Internal, but still, it closed below these lows. So the way I was looking at it again, with my entry being 432, it was already like $800 a contract because I did get a mini. Mostly micro, but I did get a mini. But it was the reason I did that is because it did when it closed below these lows, it had a bearish continuation. So then it was like, oh, let me take a majority of my stuff here, and then I moved my stop loss down. Then I moved my stop loss to 452 and went to bed. And then, heard the alert go off when it hit that target, and boom. That was all she wrote. I kept it very simple, per usual. Well, all right. Kiana, send me the trade so that we can backtest those on Friday. Jeremy, same for you. And then Alistair, send me Jets. Okay. Jets, and then your paper trade. The paper trades that you are in. You said Chevron and it was something else.
No, it was
DraftKings?
CVS and DraftKings.
Oh, CBS.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said CVX.
No,
CVS?
No, CVS, like the pharmacy.
And
Oh,
why CVS? I'm just curious.
why
Um,
why CBS?
the at the time that I was
Wait,
doing it, at the time that I was doing it, because I started looking at them and charting them like at the end of December. I know quarter 4 and quarter 1 is like the colder months,
mm-hmm.
and that's when people get sick. So I was like, that probably makes sense to watch CVS because that's where you can get a bunch of at least over-the-counter drugs like NyQuil and stuff like that. So I was like, that makes a lot of sense to me at least.
Baby,
Here's
that
other
makes sense
things.
to me too.
Here's other things to think about. So think about what CVS does. What is? I'm gonna quiz you here. What does CVS do?
Well, hold on first. Let me say this first. He's 20. He's learning.
I know, but still,
Period.
what does CVS do?
Besides pharmacy, there's a bunch of not over the counter, but like Target alternatives, so like body wash and stuff like that. You got
But oh no,
cars.
outside of the pharmacy, what do they do?
Besides pharmacy, they're mainly known for like being a general store, if I'm
What
correct.
else? What else do they do?
That's pretty much the end of my knowledge of CVS,
Okay,
general store and
so
pharmacy.
did did, did
Wait.
come on, let me grow up. Come on,
No,
Alex.
I got you, but also wait. I know I likes to learn. 1 second. So pause. Alistair, with CVS, we don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm not sure. Remember, we can trade in view. We already got to pay for it, so we can use it. The best thing that I would say to do is always like, especially when you pull up a ticker and because he is leading you somewhere, make sure that you come to the about section. And
Hmm.
then because most of these companies, 95% of these companies do more than what's on the surface. Like people, except McDonald's, they just sling burgers. But so you could pull this up and then I'm gonna let him now go, Jeremy.
All right, so look at CVS. So if you think about it, you know your piece is stores, pharmacy, so forth. Okay, very small. That's a portion of it. Sure, that's what they're. You look at it and you're like CVS, but look at the name CVS Health.
Mhm.
Okay, they are also a health insurance company as
Ding, ding,
well.
ding.
So they own multiple different health insurance industries. Okay, I can only talk high level because I'm gonna tell you I work for them. Okay, so you use that disclosure. I can only say little bits, but look at those pieces of it. What do they do? Dig into it. Yes, you got your pieces. People are sick, first quarters, etc. All of that stuff. But look at everything else of what they do. When you look at health insurance, what did we just go through with health insurance in the last few months? Open enrollment for Medicare. So when you look at United and Cigna and all of that, you also have the same thing with the open enrollment stuff. You want to look at where they're at. If you can try to dig into numbers, do some research, see what people are saying from what their open enrollment numbers were and what they're projecting it to be and so forth. That's a portion of it too. So CVS owns Aetna, is one of the insurance companies. They also own other plans as well. They have provider networks that they do. There's a lot of things that they do outside of just the pharmacy piece of it. That's a factor within it that's going to kind of help you kind of look at. Same thing when you're looking at United. Same thing. United, you look at United Healthcare. They also own a lot of other things within it to kind of see where they're at and see their different pieces. So,
Alistair, do me a favor. Go look in the Minty chat and look at the comment that I just replied to. I'm not gonna shade you. I try not to shade folk in front of people, but let me know whenever. Well, I guess I can see on my end when you pull it up.
Well, I don't think I have the Menti chat. I don't know why I can't pull it up anymore.
Wait,
I had it, but I can't pull it up anymore.
hey, bro. Let me just. I'm gonna send. Well, not hey, bro. Frustration for you. Frustration for me. Last week was hell. We still trying to. I got you. Let me put it here. Half the people was out. Half just child. I think I'm gonna get off WhatsApp and just really,
But
I really don't need
but I
a.
will say you have good things you're looking at when you're looking at CVS, you look at United and others as well. Especially as they're coming into the first quarter and they're starting to get ready for earnings reports and so forth. So it's been very curious to see where they come out at. So
I was gonna say thank you very much because I did not know they did also health insurance.
oh yeah, yep,
Oh,
yeah. Got into it a
it's
few
like
years ago.
sometimes I just be wondering, do I just be yapping or do y'all think I'm just like, I don't know what I'm talking about? By the way, Alistair, you did read this conversation. You was a part of the conversation too now.
I did?
Yes, I just looked at the analytics for it. But however, with that being said, I love that you're looking at CVS. I want you to go back and go through there. We're definitely, because yes, what Jeremy's saying, what I said, is very much so correct. This is that day when I asked y'all, so who do y'all think is the biggest drug dealer in America? And we had a whole talk about PBMs, the insurers, and CVS is absolutely at the top of my kids' portfolio. Not in mine. I didn't put it in mine because I got goals. I need to grow fast. But it's absolutely in theirs. And yeah, this all the people that they control. They literally control the supply chain of pharmaceuticals. I mean they do everything but make the drugs. Yet. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was coming soon. Jeremy, what you know?
Uh,
Bet.
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Bet.
I don't know, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. But so
I took
just
that
so
as a
you
bet.
no. Full disclosure is I work on the health insurance side of things. So in regards to the PBM side of it, no, don't know. But it's a very interesting beast and where we're going. And I look at just from an overall health insurance aspect and also healthcare and also PBM and all those things that we're doing, from United, Cigna, CVS, they're all very interesting companies to
Hmm.
look at. So not just one, not just going, oh, CVS, but also looking at United and so forth. It's
Mm.
very interesting to see. Um, so
I want UNH so damn bad. So damn bad. And I know this is just gonna be a sweep. Like I know it. I feel it in my bones that this is just gonna be a sweep. I want this sucker so damn bad. So bad. Matter of fact, let me set this alert because let me know when you break back inside that gap. Oh, I want this sucker so damn bad. Give me this push to the 553. I already started buying equity, as we should. As we should now. But this is not when the earnings. Yeah, next week. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I want this so freaking bad. Healthcare sector, period. Um, EEM, we'll talk about that out of there. But yes, oh, let me send you the link for the. I'm gonna just text everybody and be like, who is not in this chat anymore? Copy link. Allie. Amy, I'm hungry. Eat a sandwich. Um, yeah, I think that's what I had. I mean, I recorded the video from earlier. Today was really just a come vibe with me type of day. And then I know a couple people wanted to chit chat today and whatnot. But Ali, that was your actual assignment. But now I told you everything that I had for I'm gonna mind my business. I told you what I had for you from me. Appreciate it. Thank you. Love that. But what you need from me? What you got? How are you feeling in your class? Yeah, what you got for me?
I'm doing so good so far.
I agree.
The classes is pretty good. I've gone over. Um, I go back and look at the videos too. It's a pretty good refresher on the building blocks of how to do everything.
Mm-hmm. So I actually think that you don't need to be in the Monday night class. I think you could, I mean, keep the Tuesday study session and the Thursday study session, but I mean, in the most humble way possible, you're literally being trained by me, Patrice, and Kiana. Because whatever Kiana shares with Patrice, Patrice shares with you. Yeah, you don't really need to be in the beginner class. It's kind of holding us back a little bit. So I want you to start coming to the Wednesday class, okay?
Okay.
All right. So just use the beginner class for your refresher. We ain't worried about you. You straight. We passed that. So yeah, just come to the Wednesday night class and Wednesday and Thursday night study session for sure. And if you would like to still join the Tuesday night study session, I have no problem with that. But leave the Monday class alone.
Okay.
And then with that, now I noticed that you were like going in and looking at other courses, but I want you to it's the legacy investing.
Okay.
Don't do
I
tax strategies, not from me, because you got your mama, but the legacy investing.
okay.
All right. And then Kiana, girl,
Yes.
do you plan on looking at anything but the technical class?
Yeah, I wanted to go over stock market analysis with Deani since she's in that class and do that. But I need to start looking at tax strategies. It's just been crazy working overtime and her tech rehearsal right now. But yes, I'm gonna get to it after this week's done.
Do tax strategies in the cohort 2. Do
Okay.
that one because I just feel like, do you really want to learn taxes after you gonna pay that bill?
Yeah.
Let's leave that one alone. And I like stock analysis because you can back me up with the stock foundation. So period.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey
Oh, Deani, you can say I know.
girl. Hey.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Oh, period. I'm so proud of you. Girl, you remember that bald-headed man who was trying to out answer you in class? And then I was like, yeah, she actually got it right and she's 11. Yeah, girl. Make sure you go to school and tell your friends about that. Say I was smarter than a bald-headed man.
I will.
Period. And they say the bald-headed folk is the smartest. All right. Jeremy, I don't think you really care about any of those extra classes, but I would like for you to go in and just take at least one of them. You paid for it. Just do it.
Yeah, no, you know what's going on with my personal life,
I
right?
know,
So
I know, I know. I'm very proud of you. I'm just doing my due diligence.
I know,
So
I know.
well, shoot, I don't know. She hopped off. Oh no, you're still here. Well, I don't know if you can talk, but are you gonna are you gonna take any of those classes? Like any of the extras? Well, I'll text you. You know what I mean? But if so, I would definitely say I think that you would enjoy the I don't know, depends what season you're in. The stock foundations and stock analysis. Folks loving it if you want that extra information in right now. And if not, then I would definitely say the strategic options to do that one as you're focusing on like choosing the contracts and everything. Because in that class, that's where I'm definitely, absolutely going down through there on there's different advanced option strategies that you can do, like debit spreads, iron condors, butterflies, credit spreads, just straddles, strangles, all type of stuff where it basically makes it impossible to lose a trade. You do have to leverage more money because you're basically going to play both sides of price, but there's methods to doing that. And so in that class, that's what I teach there. So I would say you would probably like that one to go with the theme of what you're doing. But then if you didn't want any more technicals, I do think that you would like the stock foundations because it scratches the brain, makes you think. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna hop off and I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this holiday and go eat some barbecue because it's Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Y'all have a beautiful day. I'll see y'all study session tomorrow. Jeremy, I'm gonna call you in about an hour. Is that cool?
Yeah, I have a conference call at and yeah, that's actually an hour from now works perfect. So
Okay.
I have a conference call in 2.5 hours. So
All right, perfect. I'll talk to everybody later.
bye.